Hey, this is Taylor at Truck World RVA. Today we're going to take some time and look at this 2017 International 4400. It has a Cummins 6.7 in it, mated to an Allison Automatic transmission. Has just around 233,000 miles, around 11,000 hours. It does have an 11-foot maintainer service body, a 10,000-pound maintainer crane. It's a 25-foot two-stage hydraulic extension on the crane. It's got some drawers in it, hydraulic outriggers, hydraulic compressor. So really well-equipped truck all the way around. If you do have any questions, you can feel free to call or text 804-716-8487 anytime. Again, this is Taylor at Truck World RVA. This is all that I buy and sell, so if you're looking for something similar, feel free to reach out. We have all different makes, models, sizes, configurations. I get new trucks in on a weekly basis, so whatever you're looking for, feel free to give me a shout and let me know. The goal of these videos is to show you everything about the truck as if you were here looking at it in person. In the first half of the video, we're going to spend some time, look at the exterior of the truck. I'll go inside all the compartments. We'll look underneath the truck as well. I'll point out any imperfections that I see. In the second half of the video, we'll do a cold start, take the truck for a little drive. We'll look at the engine, and then we'll run all the equipment on the truck. This truck was a one-owner, fleet-owned truck. It came to us from down south. There's no rust in the bed floor, on any of the chassis components, suspension components, or in the bin floors. They're all dry and solid and rust-free. Again, this truck is under CDL weight. It's rated at 26,000 GVWR. So you have some chips here, some paint failure along the door area that was touched up right here. Couple more chips down here and around here. There's a little bit of a waviness in the door. Can't really tell, but it looks like at one point there was a dent maybe right here. So there's just a slight wave in the sheet metal of the door. You can kind of see it in the light as I back away. Really not noticeable, but just again, my goal is to point out everything that you could see or would want to see on the truck. So that is there. Cruise control, power locks, power windows. There's your bed power and your PTO switch down there. Does have a brand new maintainer wireless remote for the crane. We just installed that remote. Headliner is fairly clean with a little bit of staining, but overall in pretty good shape. More little, well, that's not a chip actually, that's just a leaf. A little scratch up here. Great tread on the steer tires. These are not new, however they came in with his treads, so we left them. And some rock chips and scratches all along the painted front bumper. A little bit of damage here by the hook. Chrome surround around the grille is pretty clean. You do have another small chip here in the fiberglass over the driver headlight. Scratch here. You have some chipping all around the bottom edge of that door. A little ding right here. Another little chip up here. Again, the bed is an 11-foot maintainer series service body. It still has its factory paint intact, and for the most part, the paint's in pretty good shape. There's not really a lot of areas where it's been scratched or chipped. There are a few scratches and chips along it, but nothing too major. For instance, like right here on the hinge, there's spots like that. Overall though, very good shape considering the age and miles that are on the truck. This first compartment here has some shelving inside of it. Now all these compartments do have interior lighting too. And then obviously you can relocate these shelves, move them up or down, or add shelves if you want. You have the interior track system here in the bed. So there's interior lighting in all the compartments, as well as exterior lighting on the service body. All the doors close, latch, lock, and seal as they should. We have the keys, and all the latches are keyed the same. Another spot down here, just a little chip. And then right here on the hinge, like the other hinge had. This is your torch bottle compartment. We can dispose of these if you'd like, or just leave them in the truck. But you have your bottle straps there, your hook, your support on the bottom for the torch bottles to sit on. Again, just some dirt up in there, no rust really to speak of on the bed. This is your passenger wheel well compartment. One wide shelf inside of here. All the door seals are in good shape as well. Doors seal up nicely. One thing to note on this compartment is you do have a little bend right here in the top. Show you there, it looks like somebody might have set the crane right down on this corner at some point. So this door opens and closes fine, seals fine, but there is a little bend right there that's been pushed up. Down here in the crane compartment is where you would store your wireless remote. You have your crane receiver down there. And while we're here, let's take a look at the load chart. So again, it's a 10,000 pound capacity, 25-foot two-stage hydraulic extension. You do have hydraulic outriggers. The crane side extends, the non-crane side does not. You have a nice little built-in step into your bumper, as well as a rear bumper compartment. Right here has been pushed down just a bit. Maintainer makes a nice large work deck rear bumper. You do have a tow hitch receiver that's built in. A lot of workspace on the bumper. Right here is where your crane override controls are. So if your remote goes bad or you lose battery, you can run the crane manually off these. And then over here are your outrigger controls down there. Inside of the bed, you have your crane valves right under that panel, and then your outrigger feet are sitting up there. There is some easy track in the bed as well, so you can secure whatever load you're carrying in there. You have a mount here to put a vise on. No vise with the truck, but the mount is there, so you can pretty easily add one. And obviously, as you see with most bumpers, there's just chips and kind of some peel in a lot of the bed liner all around. You do have a mount up top to put a welder on, so without having to drill into the top of your service body, there's a mount already in place to add a welder. Inside the driver rear compartment, you have your Hannay hose reel, air regulator, and dryer. And then down here you have a small set of Maintainer brand dual lock drawers. Those all slide nicely. New tires just installed on the drives. This is just some grease here. Driver wheel well compartment, you have some trays that are set in there. Some more trays over here with some free hardware that comes with it, evidently, and one shelf. Again, just some more grease right here. Another set of dual lock drawers inside of this compartment is the driver 2 compartment. You have your bed control panel here, controls all your bed lighting, your air compressor. So a nice wide set of drawers there. Those are just leaves. One small chip right here. Inside of this compartment, you have 2 more sets of shelves and your truck batteries located down at the bottom. So that about wraps up the cosmetic portion of this video. What I'm going to do now is hop in the truck and take it for a quick drive. Again, if you have any questions at this point, feel free to call or text 804-716-8487. 233, 850 on the miles. 11,024 on the total hours. Has a little sensor in the crane compartment where that slide was to put the remote, so that light's on, letting you know the remote's not stowed because it's sitting in here in the cab. If you'd like a list of any of the work that we just did to the truck, I can send you both parts and labor receipts for any work just performed prior to listing it for sale. Again, call or text 804-716-8487. I can send you any information you do need. Anything that we notice that the truck needs, we take care of. So it is fully serviced and ready to work. The goal is for it to be a turnkey truck, for you to be able to go in it and make money from day one. Pretty nice turning radius, turns really tight. Really tight turning radius. I'm going to let this forklift up ahead, get out of the way a little bit. And once we get back over to the lot, I'll pop the engine and we'll take a look at the hood, under the hood. Plenty of power, shifts are all smooth. I'm going to back it up here and we'll look under the hood. Take a look at the lighting. We have all the doors open. So you have 2 side mount LED work lights. And again, all the compartments have interior LED strip lighting as well. So tons of lighting all the way around on this body. Little LED strip light even down here by the bumper compartment. You have 1 rear mount LED work light over on the driver corner. Two more side work lights. Again, more interior strip lighting throughout the rest of the compartments there. So tons of lighting all the way around. And again, those lights are controlled right here inside the bed panel. That's where all the switches for your lighting are. I have the outriggers fully extended. The PTO is on and the truck is idled up. The remote, again, is a brand new wireless remote from Maintainer. Individually proportioned, so each button, depending on how hard you press the button, controls how fast the crane moves. Most of what I'll do here is going to be full speed operation. I'm going to set the boom all the way down so I can unhook that pulley block, and then we'll run it all the way out to its 25 feet of maximum reach. Inner boom is nice and clean down both sides. Crane operates flawlessly. Tons of wear left on the wear pads. They are super thick still along the inside of the boom. All the functions on this crane are super smooth. These pedestal style cranes from Maintainer are extremely stout. Now with the crane fully extended, you can reach just over the front of the truck. Just 75 hours on the air compressor. It's commanded on right here. Builds up to about 150. Release the pressure in the tank and it'll come back on again. Again, builds up to about 150. come over here, turn the compressor off. The remote can also turn the truck on and off. That about wraps up this demo video. Once again, it's a 2017 Maintainer, 10,000 pound crane on an international chassis, Cummins powered chassis with an Allison Automatic transmission, 233,000 miles, 11,000 hours, fully serviced. If you have any questions, would like any additional photos, videos, or information on this truck, feel free to call or text anytime at 804-716-8487. Again, this is Taylor at Truck World RVA. This is all we buy and sell, so if you're looking for something different, feel free to reach out. We have many different configurations, sizes, crane types available, but I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video on this truck. Thanks again.